Yo, yo. All right. Let me adjust the camera. Whoops. I am sorry about that. There we go. What is going on, y'all? This is the Curly Ray here, and we are back for the final watch along for Twilight of the Gods Season 1. We are going to be watching episode 7 and episode 8. And before we get started, we're going to go over a few things. Let's go over these hashtags that are scrolling on the screen right now. Sell ZSGL to Netflix and sell Cyberverse to Netflix. We are trying to get in proper conclusion to Zack Snyders CC arc over at the Netflix platform. So be sure to not mix the hashtags. Keep the messaging focused on Netflix as possible. And I also want to do these hashtags. Don't be toxic. Don't be disrespectful. Don't tag or mention anyone over at WBD, including James Gunn. So don't tag or mention those people. Okay. And our creators of these hashtags, we have Skywalker the Jedi, SKII, Skywalker the Jedi, creator of Sell ZSGL to Netflix, and we have the co-founder who is the Batman of this movement, which Skywalker is our Superman, but our Batman is Leon of the New Geeks, and he's the co-founder of Zack Snyder's Cell Movement, creating Zack Snyder or Cell ZSGL or Cell Snyderverse to Netflix. So next up, we got the good Austin. He has been cooking up some shirts at inktothepeople.com. And by giving out some donations and buying a shirt, you're also giving huge benefit to AFSP, which us doing this has benefited AFSP a lot for the suicide prevention. And then over at El Necron, aka El Boogie, he's got the witching hour over there. You know, he's been rocking out over there with some jamming, and we've been, having fun rocking out, even getting activated, especially watching Twilight of the Gods. So let's see who is in the chat tonight. Let's see. Oh, we got Sin Havoc in the boom. What is going on, Sin Havoc? How are you doing tonight, man? Twilight time. Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait for us to finish out Twilight of the Gods. We are on episode 7. So we will take this time for everyone to bring their numbers over to 0 on their Netflix account. Let's see here. Let's see. And also, for anybody that doesn't know, I myself, not only the creator of this channel, I'm also creator of another channel called Rebel Moon Theory, which is basically the first ever Rebel Moon based YouTube channel where we talk about Rebel Moon stuff, whether in terms of the lore, the story, the t-shirts, the Funko Pops, and the action figures, the books, and everything. So be sure to check out Rebel Moon Theory as well. And we will wait about a few minutes. That way everyone can get ready to go and everyone can get their Netflixes good to go so we can get started with the show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Alrighty. So we're on episode 7. I'll give out 5. This time we will do 5 minutes. So I'll give you guys that time. Hey, what is up, Sergeant Garantia? How are you doing tonight, man? Thank you for tuning in tonight and giving out huge support to the platform. It means so much to me, and I very appreciate it, man. And we have Sin Havoc that is ready and good to go. All right, all right, right. And shout out to everyone that will also be playing in replay crew as well. All right. We got about 5 more minutes or 3 more minutes until we get the show started. And I'm also wearing my Dr. Fate shirt because Dr. Fate's a good character. All right. Okay, okay, okay. Good to go. All right. Two minutes left. 2 minutes till we get started. Turn on my fan. Ooh. One minute left. Alrighty. Time is here for Twilight of the Gods, episode 7. All right. Thank you for stopping by, Sergeant Guarantee. I'm glad you're able to make it. I'll see you later, man. All right. Countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. La, la, play. Ta-dum. Yo, what's up, Noman Odyssey? Oh, the Zeus. I mean, the Zeus. My fault. We're watching Twilight of the Gods, episode 7. And Thor walking up. Yo, thank you very much, Noman. It does mean a lot to me for the channel. It also is it's a huge benefit for my channel. And, I'm also very happy to have, everyone tune in to Zack Snyder's projects because it does show a lot of support for Zack Snyder's projects, including Netflix. So, yo, I very appreciate it, man. I'm very also glad to see everyone's rocking out with, Zack Snyder's projects. It's brutal. Mm. Here come the Valkyries. Really? Ooh. We are currently approaching 13 minutes and 18 seconds. Jimmy's also watching, guys. Just so y'all know. Ugh. And they're just about to sneak out. Mm-mm-mm. What are they gonna do? They're gonna try to get the 4-star Dragon Ball or something? Ooh! Make his head off. And Thor's getting activated. Ooh. Ooh. Twilight, yo, this show is absolutely awesome. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Cracked his skull open. Yo, what's up, Josh Herrera? The Jimmy Man is staying strong, protecting Princess Issa. Yo, thank you very much for tuning in, Josh Herrera. We are currently on episode 7. We are approaching 21 minutes and 50 seconds. Stabbed him in the leg. You're now approaching episode 8. We approach episode 8 right now. I forgot to type it into the banner. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. On episode 8, we'll bring it back to our zeros. We'll put it back to zeros for everyone that may have missed out. Okay, so make sure everyone's zeros are ready. Just real quick. All right. We're ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. Yo, what's up, Frozen Ox? How are you doing, man? Thank you for tuning in. We are currently watching Twilight of the Gods, episode 8, and we have minutes. Yo, that's good, Frozen Ox. I've been doing these fun watch-alongs. We've been watching Zack Snyders' new animated series, Twilight of the Gods. Took a little small break on the Halo a little bit. I'm gonna get back into playing it this weekend on Saturday afternoon gaming as I continue the Halo Reach campaign, which mission we're on Nightfall. Yo, man, Halo for real. I've been getting back into a lot of Halo recently. I kind of miss the franchise. I actually bought me an Xbox controller just so I can kind of like have more compatibility with like, even Halo and Game Pass. We are at if you're talking about the time stamp, we are approaching 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 0 seconds. Yo, man, you should. Twilight of the Gods, Frozen Onyx. If you're like super into like Norse mythology, like with Thor and Loki, this is like the most accurate it's in so far. It's like way different than like the Marvel Thor and Loki. No, because that's kind of like more of its own thing. But this is more focused on like the actual like Norse mythology. But it's crazy good. I think you would love it. Hey yo, man. Yeah, I feel you right there. Yo, we've actually been our co-founder for Zack Snyder's Soul Movement. Every Saturday morning, we have an engagement event called Cartoon the Serial, where we engage with Netflix's platform by watching some of their newest animated Netflix originals or some animated shows that appear on the platform. And we've had so much fun. This week, I think things might be changed up. I think we were going to watch the Great Pretender, which is an anime on there, but I think we're going to be watching the new Tomb Raider series that just came out on there. So, yeah, we've been rocking out with this stuff. We recently just finished Twilight of the Gods over at the Cartoons and Serial um, w- engagement event, and it's been really fun. But I've been also been wanting to do this watch on as well to get even new people to watch it, and even considering that this has still been out in less than 28 days, and once after 28 days is done, that's when they get into the full views for the series itself. But yo, I very appreciate you for stopping by, man. Thank you very much. That's what's up, man. I even got the Jimmy man here. Jimmy from Rebel Moon. He's also watching as well, who I also cosplayed as. Yo, it sure is, Frozen Knox. Let me show you. Well, this isn't my cosplay, but I'll have to send you more pictures of my cosplay. But yep, this is him right here. And Jimmy is one of the characters from a new franchise that just came out on Netflix called Rebel Moon. It's kind of like Star Wars, but except it's kind of not. It's more duration, and it's also created by probably my favorite filmmaker of all time, Zack Snyder, which also did Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Justice League, which we also got his version of the film released just a few years ago. Yo, sure is. This might actually. I usually don't take Funko Pops out of the. Well, this action figure is really cool. Shout out to Bandai Namco for making this. But I don't usually take Funko Pops out of the box. But this right here might actually be one of the best Funko Pops that's ever been made, in my opinion. Oh, there we go. Yep. Rebel Moon's more Seven Samurai in this art. Yeah, that's really where they got the inspiration from because back in the in the 90s, in 1997, they thought of like, oh, what if they made a Seven Samurai in space? So, and then eventually around 2010, they pitched it as a Star Wars movie, but it got canceled when Disney or got turned down because Disney purchased Lucasfilm. A few years later, Zack Snyder's at Netflix now after he left Warner Brothers, and now he's doing this Rebel Moon franchise. And that's yo, man, I'm with you right there. Man of Steel is like Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, like those 3 movies, those 3 might be actually, I think, one of the some of the best comic book films that have ever been made. Because the thing about Man of Steel was, I think it actually made me care about Superman. Because to be honest, man, I thought Superman was like, I guess he was cool, but in terms of like film, live action film, he just seemed really boring. They just didn't really upper him around a lot until we got into Man of Steel. But the reason why we never got a sequel to it is because of studio interference and, kinda like what happened with, Justice League where we see they screwed up with Zack Snyder's version of Justice League, made into like an MCU type film. But it took us a little bit to where we started our trending campaign to release ZS or to get Zack Snyder's Justice League released, which premiered on HBO Max in 2021. So now, after Restore the Snyderverse trend, you know, after it had its run, we went into, after because the thing about Restore was, it had a lot of issues, but then after they pulled the rug from us after firing Henry Cavill from Superman, after they announced that he was back as Superman, they our friend Skywalker the Jedi came up with this brilliant idea. It was sell ZSJL to Netflix. And our co-founder, Leon the New Geeks, came up with sell Cyberverse to Netflix. And the reason why this works, we're going with this, is because that's where Zack Snyder's at. He is over there at Netflix, and Netflix has been treating Zack Snyder like a rock star over there at that company. They've been doing these events, Rebel Moon events for him, these film events. They had like a theatrical screens for like 300, Watchmen, Dawn of the Dead, Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder Justice League is Gray, which is a Max original, by the way. And then after that, they they did for Twilight of the Gods, which we're watching right now. They did for the first 2 episodes, and then we got to see the Roman director's cuts on a Saturday. Now, I wasn't there, but our friend Skywalker Jedi was there, Leon was there, Leon the New Geeks, Josh Herrera, Chris Brown, South Kylie Guy, Brett Colbert, Gunner Commander of the King's Gaze, and everything like that. Still haven't found that Jimmy's are in the Philippines. Are you talking about, like, the action figures, or are you talking about the, um I think you might be talking the action figures. Yo, Batman versus Superman, like, what the thing about Batman versus Superman, in my opinion, it was really cool, but it wasn't just about, like, "Oh, it looks cool, the fight was cool," because Ben Affleck is the most comic book accurate Batman that we have had on film. Like, he is the most he's more of the fantasy side of Batman, where most of the time we found these grounded Batmans. But Ben Affleck was more on the fantasy side when it came to his Batman. But another thing about BVS is that, these it's not only just with Batman vs Superman, it's also with Man of Steel and Zack Snyder Justice League. These type of films that make you critically think about certain aspects, to where Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan, they wanted to basically have these when they approach these characters, they wanted to make them more than just, oh, we're just gonna give him a hero cape, we're gonna make him shoot laser eyes and cold breath and all that. We wanted to make them more like, okay, how can he relate to, because like, what if we made him like this, but he related to human beings and what their struggles gone through? That was the whole point. And yo, I agree with you, Frozen Onyx. We definitely need the Batfleck movie with Deathstroke, which Deathstroke was going to be the villain. Which Joe Manganiello, which is also the actor for the bully from Spider-Man 1, and he's also going to be Crocodile in the new One Piece adaptation. He played Deathstroke, and he was going to be Deathstroke in the movie, which he's also in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So the thing about this was is that all these actors that had all these problems with Warner Bros., like Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, they're over at Netflix right now, which is very interesting. Like, Zack Snyder could literally get these cast members into like ZSJL 2 and 3 and the Batfleck movie over at Netflix. It's it's crazy because, like, they could do a lot of these things. And yes, oh yes, it was the action figures. My bad. Batfleck is the only Batman who will get scared because of how he looked and not just because he wears exactly. Because, like, he was out like, we really showed I think also this was another thing is, this was also a perfect intention of showing how why he kills, okay? Because by the end of BVS, after Superman dies to Doomsday, that at that moment, that is where Ben Affleck's that's where Batman's no killing rule is restored. That was the whole point of it right there. He intimidating as fuck. But yeah, like, that's the thing though, like, this is really that's what DC, the only with all these flops that have gone on, they have lost the fans. And the only way that they're really going to give back to fans, the only way that people are going to tune into the theater again is if they finish with what Zack Snyder started. If we can get Justice League 2 and 3, the Batfleck movie, if we could also get the, Man of Steel 2, and maybe even more projects that were originally planned for that over at Netflix to where that's more of a bigger platform than Max, and that gains in more viewership, because there's some people to where they maybe be like, "Yeah, I'd rather just kinda sit down and tune in than drive all the way to the theater," you know? And that way, they can finish out the story, and then after that, our next goal was to see how we can make DC a much better brand than it has been for the past over 10 years almost. We are approaching for the timestamp, we are approaching 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Yo, dang, throw him out. Yo, man, I'm not sure when you might have watched Batman vs Superman the last time. You might have watched a theatrical version, but there is something called Batman versus Superman Ultimate Edition. Now, what happened is that Warner Brothers kind of got scared of Marvel, and they removed 30 minutes of Batman vs Superman 2 weeks before the movie came out in theaters, which is crazy. Yo, if you it was you can watch it on Prime Video or Max. Which I don't have those platforms. I got it on Blu-ray right here in case if I want to watch it. Yo, this might be one of the best comic book movies that's ever been made. Like, that's the thing here, and this is what people may not know, dude. Like, maybe if you got friends of yours that you play Halo with, let me tell you, they may not know this stuff or know about the downphones. So that's why I'm here, man. Just spreading out the word to what's been going on. So and they did the same thing with Suicide Squad. There is a director's cut of Suicide Squad where David Ayer, the director of Suicide Squad 2016, has his true version out there that hasn't been released and is completely different than what we got in theaters. Same thing with Justice League. The reason why we got two versions is because this was what we were originally supposed to get. Like all the scenes in this movie, all the scenes in this movie, these were all most of the scenes except for the epilogue with Joker and the Batman there. All those scenes are from 2016. 2016. And what they did was after Zack Snyder left and they made an excuse of here's what happened though. Zack Snyder left because his daughter committed suicide. And after that, Warner Bros. Made an excuse that they fired him just so they can mess up with his film and make Justice League 2017, which was what we got. So then we knew something was wrong, now I wasn't a part of the release of Snyder Cut movement around the time, but there was a movement for it. And that movement made made the impossible what they call the impossible possible. This is why it's a thing. So, yeah, man, this is like and that's the thing is too, we were supposed to get like, we were supposed to have lanterns, like, this whole thing was supposed to be completely different, like, we weren't Shazam was supposed to be different, but they kinda changed out the slate. Instead, we got Birds of Prey, we had 1984, we had The Suicide Squad directed by James Gunn, which lost Warner Bros. Over $100 million. And then we got Black Adam, which was a fantastic movie. And then when Warner Bros. Discovery came in, David Zaslav, they brought in James Gunn and Peter Safran to do this new DC reboot, which is not going to work out. And I don't really like to talk about it, but sometimes I have to. Yeah, man, it was supposed to be completely different. That's the thing is this reboot that they're doing, it's not working out. It's, you know, this like, they're gonna get like we got one project coming out in December and it's gonna get YouTube numbers. But then, you know, what we've been doing is we've been out here engaging, letting people know, like we've been what we've been doing is we've been getting new fans like you guys. Like we're wanting to let everyone know about this stuff and talking about it and seeing what their takes are and letting them know about this stuff because it wants them, you know, to get interested again and want them to check out more of this stuff and builds up to more getting more fans so we can get Zack Snyder's, DC trilogy that we can get just like 2 and 3, the Batfleck movie, the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, and everything. Currently, right now, we have Sentry fighting Thor. This battle is absolutely amazing. We fear no gods. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sell is the way. That's all I'm saying. Like this really is, the way to go. And that's the thing here is not only have by engaging, not only have we been watching all these projects that Zack Snyder's done over and over and over again, we've also been going out in the real world, having conversations with people about this stuff. Like I've been going to conventions, cosplay as Jimmy, the Jimmy Man, and just asking people about Rebel Moon, asking them you know, about all of these projects and what they think because this creates new fans and this also gets in, new members for the Sun Movement as well. One thing I do love about this is that I love to make new friends. And, I've been having fun by, going back to certain, just like doing watch alongs and even wanting to play some new games. Like I've been wanting to get back into Halo for like a while and I've finally been able to, with playing some Halo Infinite. I've had such a great time playing Halo Infinite. I hadn't in the last couple days because I've been doing these watch alongs, been a little bit busy, and I've also been kind of working on my Rebel Moon based channel. But it's been so much fun going back to those games, and I even can't wait to play the Halo games I haven't even played yet because I really want to dive deep into that franchise as well. And I think it's also very important for me to play these franchises too, even for someone that's making a Rebel Moon based YouTube channel. And also just want to continue out there and, you know, just to make new friends, you know, make new fans, and, even possibly get some more members for our movement, you know? Yo, man, I actually got Xbox Game Pass recently, and I got Halo. I got Master Chief Collection. And I also got Halo Infinite, bro. Yo, whenever I can, I'll be down to play with you, Frozen Nox. I've had a great time. I've had a great time using like the gravity hammer and the sword as well. I've had so much fun, playing those game modes over there at Halo Infinite. It's been an absolute blast. And we are currently approaching 26 minutes and 42 seconds on Twilight of the Gods. Yo, Master Chief Collection, yo. Let me show you something I actually have. Um, I may have to screenshot it real quick because I think my headset's kind of in the way. Oh, battery's going dead. Actually, I might be able to. Actually, no. What I have is I got the bun. I still have. I got the Xbox One back in 2015, and I got the bundle that came with Master Chief Collection. I don't have the Xbox One with me because I traded in to get a PS4 like 3 months after, which is what happened. But I still have the box to that Xbox One I got back in 2015. That same box. Yo, Tyler of the Gods, this episode is so good. But my favorite episode is episode 4. That's my favorite episode. I forgot to capitalize the G. And there's Thor. Yo, this is about to get crazy. Sindri is such like he is such a good character. Like I fear no gods. What I was saying was Zack Snyder, bro. He knows how to make some great female lead characters. They're good. Ye- Ooh, and shout out to the 7 people we have currently watching here on the platform. Ooh, turned on her. Yo, Thor's hammer, I do too, bro. Like the lightning, you got all the lightning and like the kind of like wood toward. It reminds me of kind of like Thor's axe from the Marvel version, but either way, yeah, that the hammer in this is probably the best in my opinion. And we had Singri that just died. It was Tombstone the Valkyrie, Stormbreaker, Janeborn. A Song of Singrid. Yo, that is it. That is it for Twilight of the Gods. For everyone that tuned in to all the watch alongs, what did you guys think of Twilight of the Gods? To me, it was true cinema. Magnificent. And yo, I had such a wonderful time watching Twilight of the Gods with y'all, and I even had such an incredible night watching the last two episodes with y'all. And yo, can't wait to see more. Yeah, man, we gotta have season two. Like, there's gotta be a season two. And yeah, man, yes, Nave, it is an amazing show, man. It is absolutely amazing. But yo, next week we are returning for another Netflix along. Next Thursday, we are watching a new anime that just dropped called Dunadan, which episode 2 came out today and was fantastic. But I am going to do a watch along that will be the first 3 episodes, which episode 3 does come out that day. But I'm going to wait and watch until we get to the watch along. That way I can watch it all with you guys at the same time. And this Saturday, I will be back for Saturday afternoon gaming to play Halo Reach to continue to play Halo Reach games. Sorry, I kind of froze for a minute. And then there will be a new episode of Rebel Moon Theory coming out that will be about Jimmy. I'm going to be working on it whenever I can possibly can. And let's see, probably the next Thursday after that, I will possibly, if I'm able to, I may do a watch along of Dragon Ball Daima on Netflix. So please be tuned in for that. And yo, you guys have a wonderful night. I might need to head out for just a little bit early tonight, but yo, I had such a great time watching these with y'all. And I absolutely cannot wait for next week's watch along as well with you guys. Yo, I had such a great time talking to every single one of y'all in here, including you, and Havoc. Man, it's such a fun stream. I've had a wonderful time doing streams with you guys. So be sure to please make sure to like the stream, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and let's continue out with the engagement. Sell ZSJL to Netflix and sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Y'all all have a good one. Have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.